Let's take some commercial break, 30 seconds as we watch this before we continue.
Can these bones come back to life? Can these ruins be rebuilt back? And we say we are the people who will rebuild, will pick ourselves up, will dust ourselves, and like we have done for many, many years.
Do you feel disappointed? Baba angekuwa hapa haingetendeka. Tuambie, what was happening there? You know, most Kenyans may not understand.
First, that clip has made me so emotional. So emotional, because Eric, my story and the story of my family resonates with so many Kenyans. Had it not been for that Gikomba, me, I would not even have gone through high school. Our family had just hit rock bottom. And so Gikomba gave us a lifeline. And that is how I was able to go through high school and university. It is also the story of so many, I'll say millions of Kenyans. Eric, if anybody loses their job, they just come to Gikomba. People who are illiterate, who never went to school, Gikomba gave them dreams and they are living their dreams. Anybody who is just, life just, throws lemons at you, Gikomba was always there to receive people. Now, people in Gorofani, what should have been done by the county government through this affordable housing? There are houses that are being built there in the Shaurimoyo area. These people of Gorofani would have been allocated homes there in those new blocks so that there is no human suffering. That is how you do that. You don't just demolish houses and abandon people. You relocate them. I want to talk to the issue of bastardization. When that area 42 was reclaimed, because nobody went to Gikomba without the county government. At that time, it was maybe the municipal. At that time, without allocation by the municipal, nobody would just go and say, nitachukua hapa, nitachukua pale. These areas were allocated to traders. And that particular area 42 was grassland. It was nothing. There was nothing there. In fact, people used to use it as a toilet because there were no toilets. That whole area was reclaimed by traders. And they built it into something that could carry millions of Kenyans. Now, those pioneers, instead of the government thanking them for coming up with business models and accommodating as many people as possible and carrying that economy, because the economy of second-hand clothing and shoes pays a lot of taxes to this government, to any government. And that is why successive governments have left that Gikomba trade going on. Now, I don't know how many fires you have counted, but if you even go back to my videos, you will find fire after fire. I think every 1 or 2 years we had serious fires there. So those fires, they consumed most of our stocks. So that initially we were even importers. Our businesses, because of multiple fires, we could not continue importation because the businesses could not be insured. Okay. So people rebuild. This is not the first time we were rebuilding. We rebuild ourselves. After every fire, we pick what is left and we start again. So it became sometimes impossible for people to go back to the initial business, and people got into so many loans and debts. And these people of Gikomba are survivors. If they were to all tell you the things they have gone through, they just act a living by just trusting God. You know, we are all in this country and we are all contributors. Yes, some people seem to have a business angle. Others, they tend to have a consumer angle. Others tend to be manufacturers. Every people have the trade that God has given them. But we are all supposed to work together and to supplement each other, complement each other. But when you decide to take one block of a people and bring them down from top to bottom, it is unacceptable. And Eric, that is why it pained my heart so much to see what has happened to traders, people who have held that economy for over decades, 3 decades, going to 4 decades. And then you just crush them as if they don't belong in this country. I said, no, this is not the government that Baba told us to join. Even he, when he was joining Broad-Based, he was going to be a participant. And the participation that Baba would have brought to that government would not have involved bringing down a people. That was not his style. And therefore, on that account, I said, I'm no longer going to support this government because it is not a government
Yeah,
for
okay.
the
I
people.
was even going to ask you the next question.
Yes,
Did it change your political stand? And as you summarize, because we are actually coming to the end of the hour,
yes.
um, what are your political ambitions? At the same place you stood at Gikomba
Yes,
before you joined Azimio, you were campaigning for MCA 2017.
yes.
Now, 2027, 10 years later, what is your political ambition?
Uh,
So has
I
Kikomba case changed your perception or political direction?
I really believed in broad-based, by the way. I really believed in broad-based because of Baba. His demise really exposed that in his absence, no one could take his place. No one could think like him. No one could feel the people like him. No one could lead the people like him. So, and it is also evident in what is happening in ODM. Forget even about Isabel. Even what is happening in ODM continues to confirm that in his absence, no one can take his place. So, when a mighty tree falls, things will scatter. I'm one of the people who scattered. To your next question, it changed my. I don't like to see human suffering. As a person, if it is possible to become a solution for people, I would love to do that any day, anytime. And for that reason, my political ambition, 2027, is to make sure Sakaja goes home, is to make sure Sakaja lives in Nairobi. He cannot do this to Nairobians.